In Activity 6, Investigating Magnetic Poles, students first observe that the interaction between two magnets results in attraction or repulsion. Students then learn that the ends of magnets are referred to as poles and are introduced to the law of magnetic attraction. You will need the following materials from the kit: Activity Sheet 5, plastic carts, dots, large magnets, and magnet rods. To prepare for this activity, make a copy of Activity Sheet 5 for each student. Assemble the plastic carts by inserting the two metal axles into the holes in each cart and attaching the four wheels to the axles. Arrange for each team to work on a flat surface at least as big as a desktop. Uncarpeted hallways are excellent work sites for this activity. Each team of 2 students will need a plastic cart, a rod magnet, a large magnet, and a dot. To begin the activity, divide the class into teams of 2 and distribute the materials. Next, give the students several minutes to investigate the materials. This time spent will spark interest and ultimately lead to a clearer understanding of the concepts. Instruct them to put the large magnet in the slot at one end of the cart and take their materials to the work site. Next, have one team member put a colored dot on one end of the rod magnet. Have the other team member hold the dotted end of the rod magnet at least 30 centimeters from the end of the cart that contains the large magnet, then slowly inch the rod magnet toward the cart until there is a reaction. Ask students, what happened when the cart and rod magnet got close to each other? Students will observe that some of the carts will move toward the rod magnet, while others will move away from the rod magnet. Ask students, how many carts moved toward the rod magnet and how many moved away? In most classes, about half the teams will observe attraction and half will observe repulsion. Encourage them to repeat the activity 2 or 3 times, then ask students, how can you explain the fact that we all used the same materials and did the same thing, but got different results? The students should realize that there is another factor involved that is causing different teams to get different results. Ask students, what must you do to pull the cart? What must you do to push the cart? They should see that holding the rod magnet one way pulls the cart, and turning it the other way will push the cart. Have the students turn their rod magnet around so that the opposite, undotted end of the rod magnet is pointing toward the cart. Tell them to slowly move the undotted end of the rod magnet toward the cart. After students observe a reaction, have them discuss what happened. Most students will be surprised to find that their cart moves in the opposite direction. Next, tell the students that both ends of a magnet will always attract or pull magnetic materials, but that the end of one magnet does not always attract the end of another magnet. When the ends of 2 magnets do not attract each other, they repel or push each other away. Explain that scientists use these words to describe the actions of a magnet. Explain that the ends of magnets are called poles. The poles are where the magnetic field is strongest, and every magnet has 2 poles that are equal in strength. Tell students that the law of magnetic attraction states the following: like poles repel, unlike poles attract. Now distribute Activity Sheet 5. Ask the students to answer Question 1 by writing the law of magnetic attraction at the top of their sheets. Have them answer Questions 2 through 7 according to what they observed during their experiments. If possible, give the students more time to investigate the attraction and repulsion of the magnets. Encourage them to use the words attract and repel to describe what they see. To conclude the activity, remove the large magnets from the carts. Return the assembled carts, the large magnets, and the rod magnets to the kit. For science background, reinforcement activities, curriculum connections, and information about the Delta Science Reader, please consult your DSM Teacher's Guide.